Hi, I'm Jim Jubak, and welcome to my YouTube video. This is Hot Button Moves for March, 13th. Okay, so the whole point of this is sort of to flag short-term things that might move stocks either up or down that you want to react to. So what I want to bring your attention to is the coming AI Woodstock. That means you should get in your VW bug with the flower decals and drive to Nvidia. It's the annual Nvidia big AI update on Monday the 18th. Bank of America, in raising its target price for Nvidia today, dubbed this the AI Woodstock. It's an interesting image. We're certainly going to see a huge amount of hype and volatility in the AI sector coming around this event. Basically what it is that Nvidia will update its pipeline, update its prospects for new projects and for current chips. Lots and lots and lots of news on where they think the market is going. And all of that will feed right into any technology analyst worth his or her spurs will try to do something ahead of this. Bank of America, for example, which put out a note yesterday, raised its target price on Nvidia from $925 to $1,100. So, and also just upped the size of its estimate of the AI accelerator market. This is all the stuff that makes AI work. The previous estimate for the size of this market in 3 to 5 years was 250 billion, less than 250 billion. They're now saying more than 250 billion, and somewhere between 250 billion and 500 billion in somewhere between 3 and 5 years. This is where I start to get really, really, really nervous because a market size estimate that says 250 billion to 500 billion. There's a lot of wiggle room in there. In case you hadn't noticed, 250 billion in difference is a lot of money, as well as the year. This is 3 to 5 years. Somewhere in there, the market will be somewhere in there in terms of size. If you can say, I will be disappointed if it doesn't happen sooner rather than later, yes, that is something out there to worry about. But we're talking about the next few days. So what we're going to get is Nvidia is going to talk about its new B1000 and N100 chips. Faster, more processing in lower time. They're going to talk about its Ethernet switches. I would look to see what happens with Broadcom, AVGO, which is a big internet switch company around this news. They're also going to talk about plans for the AI edge. That's putting AI on PCs and on smartphones. And there I look to see what the reaction might be for Qualcomm. But this is going to be a big deal. And the other stock to watch besides Nvidia is Supermicro computer. That's SMCI, which has just been out of nowhere hot stock. So Bank of America upped its target for the stock, which once traded at who knows, who remembers. Anyway, so they upped their target to from 1,040 to 1,280. Certainly been one of the big performers of 2023, 2024. It will move on this conference. So if you want to see hot button moves, I would watch Nvidia. I would, on the long side, I would watch Nvidia, and I would watch Supermicro computers. On the just general volatility side, either up or down, depending on what Nvidia says, I would look to see what happens with Qualcomm and with Broadcom, AVGO. These are both stocks I'd like, but on the short term, you might get enough volatility to get you in at a good price. On the other hand, they could take off. I've already got them both in my online Jubak Picks portfolio. So I'm just going to sit and hold through this. If I were sitting out there and allocating new money, I might watch and see what happens on the 18th after the news. Anyway, that's all the stuff for the AI Woodstock coming up on the 18th at NVIDIA's conference on new events. If you like this video, please sign up for my YouTube channel. That way you get notification when we do our next one. We're trying to do 3 a week. We've been a little, what day exactly, a little uncertain in the last week or so. I've had some technology difficulties here from Venice. So anyway, sign up then. You get a notification when we're doing the next one. That's free. You can also get my free site. That's jubakpicks.com. That has 3 portfolios, including the portfolios that have a lot of these AI stocks in them. Or if you want to subscribe and you get 6 portfolios instead of just 3, which means some ETFs, some really long-term stuff like beyond 5 years, and some options. You can subscribe to my jubakam.com site. Links to all those are down below. The other thing is just fun, is that my wife and I moved to Italy. It's been a long-term dream. So we're currently in Venice. We're probably going to be nomading ourselves around Italy for the next 3 to 5 years. Next stop is Sicily for the summer, since I don't want to be in Venice during the tourist horde season, and because Marie's family is roots are in Sicily. So that's where we're going to be in Sicily. Well, if you want to follow us as we go around, either in Venice or elsewhere, we'll probably be back in Venice in September, October. We've launched a Substack called We Moved to Venice, called We Moved to Italy. That's free. You can find links to that and everything else down below. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll be back very, very shortly with a new round of videos. Thanks a lot.